Yo, 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 what up? This is Scoozy, and I'm back with a brand new episode from this lovely, lovely Primecraft server. Now, last episode was kind of a bit of a special episode. It was the one where I showed you how I set up the pranks that I did on Foix and Vitagravia, and I really hope that you enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to do, and I think they both had a lot of fun getting pranked, which is always a good way to go. If people are hating life afterwards, then you may have gone too far. Anyways, I'm glad to be back. The server has actually been down for a few days, and sometimes that is unavoidable, but every time it happens, I end up getting that itch to get back on here and get back to work. So now that it's back, I am here, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of landscaping around the base today while we have a chat about what's to come in the future. We're going to keep to a bit of a shorter episode, just so I can stay on schedule and get you a video out this week. So yeah, we're gonna be laid back and a little more chill today. Down here, you'll see something that you probably haven't seen yet, and it is our very new automated wheat farm. So we got 3 villagers in there, and they're all harvesting wheat. They can't pick it up though because their inventories are full of seeds, and so underneath a minecart is going around and picking them up. Only I don't think I have a minecart running around at the moment right now because for some reason this unloading station doesn't work all the time. So as you can see, I have a comparator there comparing the contents of this top hopper. So the idea is that when an item goes into the hopper, you'll see the comparator power, and that is going to basically do a bunch of inverting and turn off the power to this comparator, or to this repeater, sorry, which will then depower this block and this rail. So your minecart will stay there as long as items are dipping through here. You've seen this before, this isn't new. But what is new is, watch the comparator here. Look at that. See how there's absolutely... Like, what is with that? I'm pretty sure you can get a signal from... In fact, I know you can, because this thing worked. It works sometimes, and then it'll stop working, and my minecart will fill up and just keep going and doing its thing, and only dropping like 1 or 2 wheat in here at a time. So I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I built this thing in creative mode. It works. I've built it in the gunpowder farm. It worked. I built it, I don't know, several places before, and this should work. And it has worked here, so I'm still troubleshooting this, and then we're going to get it all enclosed in and hidden, along with this giant like hopper trail that goes down low. And underneath there, I just have basically another shulker box packer, like we did for the carrots and potatoes, and it is also connected up to our villager trading area, which I've had to do a little bit of work on, and we'll show you that right now. It's going to go underground. So yeah, here at the end, we still have our dispenser, and this dispenser now will get all the boxes. So it'll get carrot and potatoes from the carrot and potato farm, and it'll also get shulker boxes of wheat. And so you can hit the dispenser, you get a random one, or go in here and just take out the one you want. But basically now I've switched these so that we have yellow and orange. And if I recall correctly, orange is for the carrots and potatoes, and then yellow will be the return for the wheat, so that they both get evenly distributed back over on the other side. I mean, really, the color of the shulker box doesn't matter, but you want to have kind of the same amount in each system so that neither one runs out. And then I did a bunch of trading with all of these punks, and we have like... I'd say three stacks of emerald blocks now, which is pretty good. So anything we ever need to buy from villagers, we are set. And speaking of villagers, I could not get my breeder working, and I couldn't figure out why. And then all of a sudden, I did figure it out. This villager is dead. Gone, despawned, however you want to call it. He's not in here anymore. Um, and that's okay. Like, I have more villagers. I can put another one up here. It's a little bit of a pain, but it's not too big of a deal. But my question is, how? How did the villager sit in there for God knows how long, and then all of a sudden disappear? I mean, I could see, like, if these corners aren't here, the zombies can get him through the corner. But they shouldn't be able to get him from the top through a slab, and he's got a single like, block of glass on all sides and all corners. Um, I'm confused. Like, I honestly am at a loss for what's happening here and what's happening over in my minecart unloader. So if anybody out there watching has any idea what happened there or here, please do go down in the comments and let a fellow know, because I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, so let's get started on some landscaping. I basically, way back, if you remember, I kind of determined that this base was going to be kind of like a biosphere for life, to protect us from whatever caustic environment now exists because of some sort of tragedy or like an accident kind of thing. I wanted this to be like life support, so it's closed off from the environment. We have farms of all different varieties, living space for villagers down below, etc., etc. So this green grass has got to go. I'm gonna replace most of it, I think. I'm gonna use all kinds of stuff. Like I like path blocks, but also some. That was pretty cool. The cave like right underneath there. Neat. I mean, I already knew about it obviously because I've lit it up, but that's cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through and kind of mix in some different blocks. I got gravel, some coarse dirt, obviously, and I'm just gonna go through and kind of apocalypticize, if that can be a made-up word. I don't know. Just place some blocks here and there. And so I want to talk about my future here on the Primecraft server. And I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, that kind of that kind of sounded a little weird. No, I'm not going anywhere. But what I mean is, what will I be working on in the future here on the server? And I think what I want to do most is kind of build an end base. I've wanted to do this for a little while now. Enderman, I have an interesting relationship with them. They annoy me. In my single player series, I don't know what it was about my base or the biome, but Enderman loved it. They used to always come around. They'd steal my grass. Yeah, they would. I would trap them in a boat and name tag them, and they would vanish somehow. They would get free. All kinds of craziness. They used to take the blocks out of my roof. Yeah, I said they did. In reality, it was probably lightning damage. But so I've always kind of been fascinated with the fact that they come to where we live and they alter our environment and they take our stuff and whatnot. So I thought it'd be cool if I went and did the same thing to them. So we'd go and we'd build a base in our style, in the end, out in the void, and just something about that concept really appeals to me. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I started to think about it some more, and I was like, okay, so am I going to go out into the void and build on an end island, or do I want to clear out some end islands so that there's like just void, and then build like maybe like a dirt and cobblestone floating island? And that kind of seems like, okay, well, that's going to be a lot of work. Like, those end islands are big. There's several of them probably that are going to be in render distance. You could explore, but then you'll get a place that's like in the middle of nowhere. So I went and I beat the dragon a bunch of times to open up all the gateway portals to explore the end quicker. And then I was watching a video by Nembom MC. He's from the SciCraft server. He plays there along with Ilmango. You've probably heard of at least one of them. And if not, what are you doing watching this video? Go check them out. They're real Minecrafters. Anyways, he showed a method for kind of controlling where the end portal generates an exit. So basically, you hop into it on the main end island, and then the first time you do, it finds a suitable exit point, and then it will make an exit portal there, and that's where it will be connected to permanently. So imagine like nether portals, but the game does it for you, and you can't change it afterwards. But what you can do, excuse me, is alter the environment in the void around the area where it's going to look to try to spawn one of these things, and then you can get it to spawn in a pretty direct spot of your choosing. And like, not so much of your choosing, but you're putting it there. The chances of it spawning there would be 0 if you didn't go through the steps and alter the void in that vicinity. And then basically, long story short, once you've done this, you now have a portal from the main end island directly to your space in the void, where there is nothing except for this portal that you've just caused to spawn and the end stone that it spawned on, which you placed. So then you have a blank canvas. Excuse me, one second. Sorry, I had a bit of a frog in my throat there. I gotta put a sword on my hopper. Yeah, so basically this portal is now spawned in the middle of the void with nothing else around it, and you have a blank canvas. You're free to do whatever you want, build whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about trying to take out an end island to be able to do so. So that is really neat and really appealing to me. So I spent a bunch of time the other day going through the steps, measuring out everything properly. You have to he used the place block command, but obviously I'm not going to be able to use creative mode things, and this is survival. So I have to pillar a bridge out from the main island out. I think it's 1,024 blocks on the X or Y or X or Z axis, and you can do it positive or negative, but 1,024 blocks out. Then you have to make a double bridge, like a two wide cobblestone bridge, back from 1,024 blocks out to like 760 blocks out, so back like almost 400 blocks. And then you place 4 blocks of endstone in a very specific ratio so that each one of them is in a different chunk. And then you go back to the main end island and you go through the gateway portal that you're trying to connect. And if everything goes well, you will spawn your end portal exit like right on one of those 4 endstone blocks that you've placed, and you now have nothing around you and you're good to go. And you can build farms there or anything that you'd want to be lag free. It's like an amazing place to put like an Enderman Farm, because there's literally nowhere for them to spawn except for inside your farm. But when I went through and did it all, it didn't work. So I was a little confused, because basically the steps are pretty easy to follow and the tutorial is really good, and I don't believe that I did anything wrong. So what I'm assuming happened is at some point something had already gone through that portal, and it basically did the setup, like it synced the first time, and you can't change that. But no one had pillared up to it, so what I think happened is it's the portal that the dragon flew through when I was fighting it. Like when I fought the end dragon and it flew through the portal and then came back with full health, I think that was the portal. So I'm going to try it again here on one of the other 3 options, and hopefully at least one of the 4 will work. Otherwise I'm going to have a lot of endstone to mine out, and I may have to do it with like a like a slime block flying TNT quarry machine or something, because otherwise, whew, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. So that's gonna be the future for me here on this channel. I know that there is an announcement, I think, coming soon, for the first of the server, like community build projects, and so I'll also be working on that, obviously. But yeah, my personal projects will be that end farm, and I might want to build a new experience farm. Sometimes I don't know why, but I find the Enderman farm we have a little dangerous. If you're not paying attention, you can get smacked by a couple of them and be dead before you know it. So I might want to try to build like a pigman entity cramming XP farm that you've seen a couple people build recently. It looks really effective, and I want to try my hand out at it, and so I might give that a go. But I won't be yeah, I won't be probably using much of the gold, because AZ has a gold shop, and so if I need any, I will definitely go over and support him. I mostly want it for the mad amounts of XP, so that I can have a portal maybe right on this plateau that will lead directly to the farm, and that'll be pretty sweet. So yeah, those are my plans for the immediate future. And I'm going to continue on with this landscaping for a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll also have another little fun tidbit that maybe I can tease you with. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here's what it looks like when you cover kind of a big area with it. I think it looks pretty good. It definitely looks gross and dead, and that's kind of what I would like. I think there's probably a few more blocks I can add in here. I could probably go and locate some podzol. I think also brown concrete powder would look pretty good in this mix, because right now there is a lot of gray. And where most of my structures have gray, I would like to swap out, let's say, 50% of the gray with another color. So maybe a different shade of brown or something. But I really want to kind of make it all look gross. However, I don't want to continue and do the whole thing until I've gotten a little bit of feedback from you. So if you have an opinion one way or the other, any ideas of what else I can add into this palette, definitely let me know down in the comments. Yeah. I also meant to mention, I don't know where any of my stuff is. Both my regular Silk Touch pick and my regular Fortune pick are gone. My axe and my usual shovel. I put them in a box somewhere while I was working in the void, and I'm not sure where that is. So I am hoping to locate that soon. Yeah, look at the difference. Lovely, gross. Lovely, gross. Lovely, gross. I like it. Yeah, that's definitely the look I'm going for. Nasty and like post-apocalyptic. Yeah. So one last thing before I go, I would like to tell you that us primers are getting ready to launch a modded series, which is super exciting. I'm not entirely sure how much I should divulge to you, let you in on, but by the time you see this video, we should have the server already running, and have been playing on it for a little bit, recording stuff for a first video. So I don't know about the other primers, but I will probably be releasing a video from there, possibly the Friday after you're watching this. So like 5 days or so after this. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm really excited. I do like to play modded from time to time, and like I said, I'm not going to tell you like what the pack is or anything. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast. Some of the players on the server are new to modded. Some people are not new to modded, but they haven't played necessarily this mod pack. And oh man, I better get out of here. So yeah, that's going to be good, and look forward to that. But I do want to tell you and stress that Primecraft here will be my primary series. So if for some reason I can't get out both a vanilla and a modded episode in a week, I will be doing Primecraft episodes, vanilla, that is. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you today. My attempt at making a nice short chill episode has turned into a rather long blabby episode, so hopefully you don't mind that too much. But there was a lot to catch you up on, and I think I have done that. So until next time, this is Scoozy. If you enjoyed today's video and you like seeing all of your YouTubers with arrows sticking out of them, then be sure to go down and thumb wrestle that like button to show some support. Subscribe if you're new here, and if you're excited to see some modded coming up in the future. And until next time, this is Scoozy, and I'm saying peace!